tonight's game. And Chris, start with you. Simple question. What were you most impressed about Connor McDavid tonight?
I don't think his speed gets as much of attention. You see the drive around the defense. He did it 2 or 3 times tonight where he drives wide and then brings that puck back to the middle. His hands are so good, and we talk about the scoring prowess quite a bit, but that speed he can carry through center, and the way he can move that puck at such high speeds is exceptional.
You know, we said tonight, you know, he looked like he was just a little off, right? We've seen him look so crisp, and the line especially generates so much offense. You know, he had his chances early in the game to really break out, and he held them to 2 points. That's a victory in itself, isn't it, for any team? But for me, yeah, it's the speed off the rush. But again, once he's in the zone, cycling the puck, you know, he's playing against Patrick Sanvito, folks. This guy's 6'6", 230 pounds, and he's rushing him aside regularly. So, you know, that's how strong on the puck he is too. But it's the speed, those are the elements of his game that really bring people out of their seats.
It's a loss for the Spitfires, but Chris, did this team seem maybe a little bit more relaxed tonight than the last 8 games?
Well, last Sunday they get eliminated from the playoffs, and maybe a little more relaxed. They played it tight. I think they wanted to prove something here this evening in front of the home team. Maybe one last go-round for the Overagers here at home, but like you said, Angela, that depth just won out at the end.
You mentioned the Overagers, Chris, and that's what I want to talk to about next, because let's talk about the OAs. I don't think you could have asked for a better OA group this year in Windsor, Todd, with Jamie Lewis, Lucas Venuto, and Slater Doggett. Let's start with Doggett, because we got a package of his reaction post-game tonight. But what did you like from Slater Doggett this season, Todd?
You know, he plays with passion. He lays it all on the line. We've seen him play defense. We've seen him play forward. We've seen him, when we talked about at the top, he's physical. He fights. He scores big goals. He's, you know, and it's a tough thing to know it's just your last weekend, and you know, whether these kids end up in professional hockey or they go to they cash in on their school packages in the CIS, or they're in the working world, whatever it may be. These guys have really been solid citizens for Bob Bugner. He said nothing but high praise for these 3, Lewis and Venuto included. So tough weekend for them in some ways, but they deserve the attention.
And we showed a nice clip of Jamie Lewis and Trevor Murphy at the end of the game talking with one another. It's an end for Jamie Lewis, but Trevor Murphy could be an OA in Windsor next year, Chris. Future's bright if you look at the core of this team, and then maybe with an OA like Trevor Murphy coming back.
Well, we saw what the lineup looks like with Murphy out of it, and there was difficulty moving the puck late in the season. He certainly adds a calming influence back there, and obviously the offense he brings, in just the minutes that he eats up, and as an overager, he would certainly be welcome back to the Spitfires, just for the work that he would do offensively, to teach the younger defensemen for next year.
And we've seen, again, we talked about during the telecast, like, you know, what happened with Vail and what happened with Johnson, something, you know, these guys that could have been here this year, and they chose to go to professional hockey, and it hasn't really panned out for them. It hasn't really worked. And we talked about a guy like Barclay Goudreau and other overagers in the last few years who've really benefited from an overage year where they come back, they have big numbers, and they have all these teams then bidding on them as a free agent. So I think it's in his best interest to be back.
34 games played here at the WFCU Center this year. It flew by. You wish it could go a little bit longer, but once again, just a ton of fun working with the both of you. Thanks for all the hard work you put in. Todd, enjoy covering the CHL playoffs with Sportsnet. We'll talk to you soon.
I will. Thank you, Angel.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Angel.
Chris McLeod and Todd Warner with the call in the OHL tonight. Put in the hard work this year for the Windsor Spitfires broadcast here on TV Coach Go. A lot of other names to get to in just a moment, but first is first. Let's take a look at our OHL out-of-town scoreboard. There's 3 other games.